we don't know.
Yeah.
Because this is the only like tech stuff
This
that
could
we've
be
seen.
fake. This could be fake, by the way.
It's true.
I could go live tonight at 11:30 and like it could be crickets on YouTube. Like that's absolutely possible. If you're wondering what's going on, Pioneer be leaking.
Yeah.
So we're here to take a look at that leak, assess the situation.
As good plumbers do.
We're gonna fill that pipe. First, let's watch the mysterious tweet that they tweeted out January 6th. I wasn't sure what I saw because there was a couple of things. First of all, it's like worse than 80s scrambled porn. You've got what looks like an S9 style of paddle.
That looks like it's a CD, like the side of a CDJ.
Side of a CDJ, right? Yeah. And then there is definitely like some kind of a waveform display there. Look at this pan across right here.
Yeah.
So you can see that that's
like
an
S9.
S9 style, right?
Esque.
This kind of concerns me a little bit because these pads, they don't look like S11 and S9 pads to me. That's clearly a CDJ platter.
Right. That
cuts into a turntable platter.
Which is difficult, right? Because is that on the same thing?
Yeah.
Is it two separate controllers they're about to drop?
That's what Entity was saying. He was like, I'm so confused. Are these like new decks?
I think it's two separate controllers. One's record box, one's Serato.
This is the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
And I was actually sus on this one. I was thinking it was kind of photoshopped. I thought it might be fake. And there was a couple of design things that are like inconsistent with Pioneer.
The pitch is up on the top.
Right. It's a horizontal pitch at the top, which is very much battle style.
Battle style, right, for turntables, right. But on a Pioneer controller, that's a first.
That's a first, right. Like you were saying earlier, all the performance pads are S9 style. That's never been on a controller like that for Pioneer.
No.
I guess technically S7, S11 style right now, right?
Right.
In consistency with that, the paddle effects versus the Nexus style effects that are usually found on Pioneer controllers, right?
Yeah.
My personal opinion is that the 900s style of effects has become antiquated.
It's on its way out.
I don't like it either. I feel like most of the industry is all that.
So we have what looks like an unofficial manual that somebody has leaked on YouTube. See how it says Serato DJ Pro and not Record Box? If they were marketing this as a Record Box and Serato controller, you absolutely believe it would be in that verbiage right there. That makes me nervous as a Record Box user.
It's got a phono and a line switch in the back there with a ground signal.
Money.
I've got a full JPEG that's blown up.
Send it over.
It's coming in at 23 pounds.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad, especially with motorized platters. Is it not IEC powered? Is that what you said?
It's not. Like it's like the 1000 has like a little power pack and shit.
It has external power supply.
It's got to, because there's no IEC on the back of that. I don't see it.
That's got to be.
I see a little dot DC.
I see it in. Yeah. That's got to be because of the heat from the motors, I'm assuming.
It's at the very bottom. It uses a ESS DAC technology, which is installed in top-end models.
I said this sound quality of this controller is better than the 900 at Nexus 2.
Yep.
Wow.
Shots fired is all I'm saying right there. Like, okay, you've got my attention.
Look at the press release date.
Yeah.
That's tonight at midnight, yo.
Midnight PST. That's 3 a.m. EST.
8 a.m. GMT.
8 a.m. GMT. That's 3 hours and 11 minutes for us.
That means that you're going to see DJ Tech Tools, Mojaxx with DJ City, and you're going to see Cleveland Terry. You're going to see everybody posting their YouTube videos tonight at midnight.
Yep.
Including the Pioneer, I'm guessing the Pioneer promo video.
That's when it's going to lock. That's when it's going to drop. They'll put that out first. And then they'll try to beat everybody to the punch to do it first. And then they'll do it right after. That's when it'll come out.
I'm going to call it now. And I'm going to start streaming at 11:30 p.m. Pacific. And we'll talk about it again for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to go to YouTube and we're going to watch all these videos.
I'll watch you in the morning then.
So, yeah, same. Someone in the chat had a question, something about the difference between the Rev1 and the Rev7. Technically, we don't know.
Yeah.
Because this is the only tech stuff that we've seen.
Fake. This could be fake, by the way.
It's true.
I could go live tonight at 11:30 And like it could be crickets. 22 plus 5 onboard effects, including three effects, brand new effects. This is English. Look, read this, y'all. Am I reading? Look, this can't be real.
That's not it's a
That's
typo.
not legal copy. I'm gonna come back in 2 hours at 11:30 p.m. Pacific. I'm gonna chat for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hopefully start seeing some Pioneer videos popping up on YouTube. Yo, check 1 2, sound check crew. Let me know who was first. Let me scroll up. Audio 1 was first tonight. What up, man? This is supposedly supposed to go live on January 13th at 8 a.m. GMT. That's in exactly 22 minutes from now. Yes, there are phono inputs. Were you guys not watching for the last 3 hours? We went through this thing inside and out, upside down. We damn near took it apart on screen. I'm going to check the YouTube channels and see if they start posting about some new controller coming out. The leak price point, it is $18.99. I am absolutely like, wow. Wow. That was so cool. Let's take a look at Mojaxx's video. I really respect what this guy has to say, and I really respect his content too. So make sure you're subscribing to Mojaxx, clicking likes, leave comments on his video, everything. Like do the whole thing. Make sure you let him know that we're showing love, right? I'm typing it in right now. I'm gonna show you. We're show my man love. Super dope. We've been watching the REV7. We've been focusing on the REV7. Something I've been focusing on a little bit less, probably should focus on a little bit more, is the REV1. This is something that's coming out at the same time, and it was also leaked in the same fashion. So this is something that's coming in like a little bit more of a budget controller from what I understand. This is for somebody who's picking this up, who's interested in learning how to use Serato and turntables. This is in the same price range as the DDJ-400. So what the DDJ-400 is for record box DJ, this is for Serato and for turntable and open format style. So I totally get it. Man, I love the Mojaxx, man. I love his videos. I'm like his biggest fan. I'm so glad that we had him on the show. Go to the archives and you'll find a 3-hour interview with Mojaxx. It was amazing on this show. We should bring him back. $18.99 confirmed. Yeah, the motors are noisy and crazy, and that's probably the reason why there's still an external power supply.
Which brings me to the only thing I really don't like on the REV7, the external power brick.
He's fucking read my mind. Yeah, no IEC. But seriously, like he's saying, I was just saying it right before he said it. The motors in that platter with an internal power supply, that thing would need to be big in order for the air to cycle through that. And you would probably need some fans to kick on, which is going to draw more power. Yeah, and the fans would make it noisy. I think that in this situation, I understand why it's an external power supply, but it's really nice having a controller that just takes an IEC. All right. So it was real. Dude, people are going to be spamming the f out of that. I'm going to be like, stop, bro. Do you guys remember when the auto loop, or what's it called? Is it called auto loop? The roll, yeah, loop roll, yeah. Like I heard it all the time when it was brand new. Dude, the flanger was the original. That's the OG spam. The OG effect to spam was the flanger. You ain't lying, bro. That's the 2022 flanger right here, baby.
Sick effect.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm spamming a little bit. Another friend of the show, Cleveland Terry. Let's see what Cleveland Terry has to say about the REV7. We got to do our due diligence, make sure that you're following Cleveland Terry. Make sure you like this video. Everybody is obligated, who's watching right now, to go and like this video, leave a comment. I'm gonna do it right now. But I'm down with this. That crazy delay is wild. Comment. All right, make sure you subscribe and do all the good things. Do the S11, like I was saying earlier, the S11, the fucking silent cue is you got to go into the menu and you got to go into MIDI and then you got to go to MIDI B and then it's there. And you can't assign it anywhere else. It's not in the button reassign. It's not a MIDI assignable thing. There's no silent cue anywhere. You have to have it in the menu in the S11. This cheap ass thing had silent cue before them all. And I love silent cues so much. By the way, I got to shout out to all the homies. Big up. What we used to do, for those that don't know, ghetto silent cue is creating a loop at the very end of the track where the silence is, and then letting it run in that loop, or having a cue point at the very end where the silence is. That was the ghetto way. Motorized vinylized jog. It sounds like some sort of CrossFit thing. That's a good thing that he points out the zero click. The zero click to me is annoying because, and those of you, some of you probably agree too, the zero click makes it so that when you're mixing around zero, the click is kind of like too much, right? Yo, I was kind of capping on that earlier, but that shit is kind of sick. No computer, you could just walk up to your controller and just start fucking going. That's kind of tough. It's interesting that he's talking about this, and it's actually good that he's talking about this. And I was just saying it, moving parts break, okay? There's a reason why companies like Pioneer would prefer to move away from the moving platter situation or anything moving in general. Because in electronics, moving parts break. The idea is to eliminate as many moving parts as possible in order to maximize efficiency, okay? So the fact that there's moving platters on here, you're just opening up all kinds of doors for things to break. My muscle memory is already battle style turntables, so I actually like that. But to be critical, there's a lot of people that use cases, and I really hope they don't design a case that has that sliding shelf that goes forward. People who like that shelf they're gonna hit the shelf on that with the pitch up there. And we did a poll earlier on the earlier stream for DJs Not DJing earlier today. And we did a poll, do you like the shelf or not? And it was overwhelmingly people liked having that shelf up top. Hey, you guys are seeing this in the poll right now. It is absolutely 100% shelf right now. Yeah. I mean, shelf is running away.
Trump says, shout out to the other shelf haters.
I wasn't sure whether or not like this was going to be real or what. I think the Rev1 is going to be a great controller. At an entry level for $250, sitting alongside things like the DDJ-400, it's gonna look awesome to somebody who wants to be an open format or hip hop DJ and is looking for the paddle style effects. There needed to be an entry level paddle style controller, like that needed to happen. And now it looks like Pioneer is moving it up. Now they have an all-in-one controller with moving I would never think that Pioneer would ever do moving platters, ever. Like this is something that I was like, no, that's going to be a Rain thing, and Pioneer's going to like leave it to Rain. They're going to handle that, leave it to In Music. They'll handle all that niche market. We're trying to go after the CDJ Nexus, and, you know, we'll create the turntableless mixers. We give you the DJM series, and we'll make turntables. And, you know, everything was consistent with them, like not really caring about doing a controller like this. The homie Epic and I, because we see each other every week at Motown on Mondays, this has been something that we've been talking about for years. Like years. There is a real market for this like all-in-one controller that emulates this, because a lot of us are coming from this, and we would like a form factor all-in-one unit that we can use on the gigs. And it sounds like this thing sounds amazing. It looks amazing. I might have to switch to Serato because of this. I'm a record box user. I absolutely can't wait to play with it though. I'll have them in February at the shop. For sure. And we'll have the Rev1 too.